Earlier today I was offered a chance, which I took, to appear on BBC Radio on a discussion on Neruda and people's experiences with it. I didn't know at the time, but after I learnt that this program was in response to the end of a consultation on Neruda that I mentioned in a few videos back. This has concluded with a series of recommendations that will essentially make Neruda impossible for many and so difficult for the rest that it will be a nightmare. Essentially confining Neruda to the domain of a handful of upper middle class people who can work with the state and adhere to all their demands. The rest who want to keep Neruda will probably have to do so illegally, like they do so in Germany, or flee the country, which is probably what I would do if I had a family. It's incredibly terrible. I don't even know where to start. I have nothing profound to say on this other than merely to express my disbelief. I mean, in a sense, this is very predictable, and I was predicting this quite a while ago that this would happen. So was my dad, and I know of other people who saw this coming, but when it happens, when your whole lifestyle is made illegal by the state, when the entire way you were educated is brought into question by your government, when you feel state power used against you in that direct way, it's quite hard to describe. Essentially, this has been the conclusion of a long process that authorities have engaged in against Neruda. The moment the government took interest in that, Neruda was destroyed, and now, of course, they have complete control over Neruda and over education, ever closing the limits to their power, ever diminishing those spaces for autonomous, free human interaction, and of course creating new jobs for bureaucrats and themselves in the process. The consultation itself highlighted issues of alleged abuse with no evidence whatsoever, admittedly no evidence whatsoever, no allegations for this alleged abuse even. It's just something they magically concocted. They don't really need a reason in the end. They just do what they want, regardless of how those who will be affected feel about it, regardless of how the public feels about it. It's their rule. And the rest of us don't really matter.